What's up, fellow YouTube audience? Got you guys with another workout. 5 sets of dips and 5 sets of pull ups. I did not go to failure or anything like that in any of these sets. I'm trying to manage my fatigue a lot better since I am, of course, working out every day. So I'm thinking if I'm not taking every set to failure or every workout to failure, then I'd be able to recover well enough the next day and be able to still train just as hard. Another thing is that my sleep last night was not the best. I stayed out late. I got home late, of course, so that made me sleep late. And then I stayed up like for another hour. And then, of course, I have to wake up early because I have to responsibilities around the house that I have to take care of. So, of course, that wasn't going to lead, to the best type of training possible today. So that's why something that's much easier, right? Where I'm only doing 2 exercises, 2 movements. They're both compound movements. They both hit a lot of muscle groups. And I did 5 sets. So instead of doing 3 sets, I did 5 sets, which is a bit more volume. But I'm only doing, 2 exercises, the entire time. And of course, it was very short, very light. And that was the point, right? That was the point, right? I could have easily just been like, okay, nah, not today. I didn't get enough sleep. I'm tired and I have to wake up early. Nah, not today, right? Oh, and I have work, right? So, it's just a way for me to know how to train in a way to where even if I am tired, I can still train. I still know what I should do and what I'm capable of doing on, any given day. So it's a way for me to not make any excuses, right? A lot of people will make excuses, any given day if they're slightly tired, maybe they woke up a little sluggish, whatever. Oh, it's not a good day to train. Oh, I only train when my body is, absolutely in peak condition every single time. So I never train when, I'm feeling a little rough or beat up or tired or sad, right? Sad, right? That was one thing. I used to not work out whenever I felt depressed or sad or anxious, right? And that's not a very good thing to do because you don't want to do the thing where you're just kind of sitting there and waiting for it to go away. No, it doesn't work like that. You have to take action. You have to get out. You have to do something that's outside of your comfort zone. And at the time, working out was something that was outside of my comfort zone and I would only do in a good mood. And obviously, of course, I wouldn't be in the best mood all the time, so that would lead to inconsistent results. And then I'd be questioning myself, why aren't I making any progress? Blah, 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 blah. And then, of course, that would make me more anxious, depressed, and sad. And, it just didn't, make any sense for me to just sit around and think that, like, oh, this is the best option, right? That is not the best option. Sitting there taking pity on yourself and being lazy really is not the best option, all right? I have a friend who gets anxious whenever he misses a workout, and I try to tell him not to be so hard on himself because, if you needed that rest and you felt like you absolutely couldn't make that workout, then that's fine, right? Don't be so hard on yourself. There's still another day to train, but as long as he's not putting it off all the time and then he's always feeling bad about it, then, that's like the worst thing ever. It's like you're addicted to something. Maybe you have a junk food addiction and you just had a Twix bar and you feel bad about it. And then the next day you need another Twix bar and then you feel bad about it. It's like, why would you cause yourself that type of pain, on a daily basis, right? I could see every now and then you might indulge, right? You might get a little lazy, and of course you're gonna feel bad, but that's not a bad thing because, hopefully the next day you go back and you try even harder to stray away from those indulgences and those bad. Oh, look at me yelling. And those bad behaviors, right? So it's all about knowing what you should be doing, setting yourself up for success, not failure. Even though if you do hit failures, remember that is a learning point. That's a time for you to grow and to kind of see outside of your own self, right? When you hit failure or when you hit a rock bottom, then you should really, really, really reflect and see what it is that is gonna get you out of here, right? Because a lot of the times people know exactly what they need to do to get out of a bad situation, right? Or to get into a good situation. But for the most part, they just don't take action. They don't do it. Why? Because there's a million and one other things out there that can distract us and make us stray away from something that can make us become great, right? If you want success, you need to be consistent. You need to do it, work towards it like almost every day, and you need to gain a lot more knowledge of it over time, practice other skills, useful skills, right? So that's about all I have. I hope you guys train hard even when you're tired. Stay safe.